Yep. All right. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to get some patty wax out here. And warm it up a little bit. See if it will work on here. Because these are ABs. First 2 drills I put down of these ABs pulled my wax right out of my pen. Sure did. Alright. So I see there's a couple people here. Not sure who. But, like I said, warming up some patty wax. I'm just kind of sitting on it here, see if we can get it warmed up. Until I do that, I'm gonna see if I can work with my nail art pen here. See if that'll work. It usually works pretty good, except right there it just fell off. I don't know. Can't pull my wax out that way though. Oh. Alright, well, that works. Look. Yeah, we can use this. We'll try the patty wax here in a little bit when it gets warm. I thought this kit had, a lot of rhinestones in it, but I don't think it has any rhinestones at all. I think it has all special shapes, and then it has these ABs, these orange ABs. These are orange. And then it's got some white ones as well. Yeah. Well, hi. Rebecca's here. Charlie, Sareba, R.M. Desinette. It's your first time here? Well, welcome. We are happy to have you here. Hi, Elizabeth and Deborah and Connie. I'm glad you guys are here. Yay! And right now, I'm really happy that this live is working. I'll explain that in a minute. But right now, we're just kind of getting started here, and we're talking about this little painting. I got this on Amazon, and I just loved this mandala, however you choose to say it. I like mandala. Anyhow, yeah, it was just a pretty little painting. Hi, Jean. Hello, people and pets. Yeah, my pets aren't here tonight. I shut them out. I closed them out in the other room. Yep. Yeah, it's showing up yellow here on the camera, but this is really orange. And so are these ABs, Sareba. They're orange. They're beautiful. They're really pretty. Got to move this one over a little bit. So, yeah, all these little loops around here get all of these little orange ABs, and then all around here gets the orange. And then I believe, up the middle gets the orange, and this 2 all the way around the edge, I think, is going to be the whites. There's a ton of these ABs, tons of them. Hi, Wempies, Creative. I know who that is. That's Wilma. You freaked me out when you changed your name. I was like, who is that? Yeah, I try to keep the pets out of my paintings as much as possible. Yep. I did not link it because actually I didn't know what I was even going to work on until just a few minutes ago, and I just went and grabbed it. I can. You have to give me a minute though. Actually, I don't know. I'm using my phone to record, and that's, normally where I find all my stuff. Hi, Rajul. How are you? I'm glad everybody's here. I'm glad I'm here. So, as you know, or may not know, I guess, I live in Michigan, right? And Michigan, well, it was 45 degrees yesterday and raining. It has rained and rained and rained, and it's rained some more. I mean, we've gotten so much rain. Our pond is, I mean, it is to the brink. It is full. um, I also have a few extra ponds around, like in the driveway and in the front yard where it's not supposed to be ponds. We have that much water. It's ridiculous how much water we have right now. Yeah. We didn't get any thunder and lightning yet, but that's what I was worried about, Rebecca, is that I would not have service, right? But it seems to be working okay. So we'll go with that. As long as it's working, we can keep doing this. So this is actually on my phone service, because I'm using my phone and not on my internet. So I don't know. We even had the TV because we have satellite TV. That some of that wasn't even working. I mean, just like a half an hour ago, even it wasn't working. So yeah. Well, that rain, now it's gotten cold. Okay. So the temperature has dropped from 45 yesterday to about, I don't know, it was 30 when we were out just a little bit ago. 30, 31, it's gotten cold. And now all of that rain has pretty much turned to slush. I keep telling my husband it's like 7-Eleven showed up and just went, here, dump, have some Slurpees. That's what it's like. It is just solid slush everywhere. So, yeah, just a few minutes ago, I mean, like, well, maybe an hour ago, we went up to the store, which is a mile. It's a mile from our house. My husband has a truck, he has 4-wheel drive, so we weren't worried about, that, but it's definitely, all the roads are just like driving on a slushy. I mean, it's crazy. Um, and it's supposed to kind of keep doing that until morning. So it was either going to snow or rain or freezing rain. And if we got freezing rain, it could be really bad because they were talking about really accumulating rain. But hi, Therese. Hi, Kara. Saturday night's all right. Yeah. You recognize it. And Kathy and Kathleen. Look at that. Hi, guys. How is everybody tonight? I know Kathleen, she's in Michigan. You enjoying the slush, Kathleen? Because it's really, that's what we got, right? We got slush. It's kind of crazy. But, it's not ice, like thick, at least not yet. It's not like thick accumulating ice, which people were worried about it, being like an inch of ice all over everything. And that is a disaster when that happens. It happened a few years ago. We had really thick ice and everybody was out of power, like all over the place. Power lines were down, trees were down. It was a hot, hot mess. And then it stayed cold for like 3 or 4 days. And that was right around Christmas. We had Christmas at my house with no power. Yep. Wayne County is just rainy, no slush there. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's like Mother Nature has lost her mind. I don't know. You're still waiting for some snow and freezing later? You might get it. I don't know. It's not doing much here except like this slushy, icky stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're down in Ohio. You'll probably see something that's not real pretty. I don't know. Yeah, but it could be a lot worse. So, they said it should stop by early morning, and then it's going to turn on and it's going to get warmer again. So whatever's here isn't going to stick around long. Of course, being a teacher, of course, everybody's like, snow day, and I'm like, yeah, we're not going to get a snow day out of this. It's going to be all warmed up and all melted long before we have to go to school on Monday. We actually haven't had a snow day yet this year. I mean, it's early in the winter season yet, I realize, but we haven't had one yet. Not in December, not in January yet. So, yeah, we're still waiting on our first snow day. So, I'm sure we'll get more than one. Oh my goodness, you're in Alaska. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Michigan's going to have a little bit of a mess. Yeah. Usually stays above Interstate 70. Well, that's good for the people below Interstate 70, right? Yeah. So Saturday is our day to get out and we run around and do our errands and stuff, except for grocery shopping. We do that on Sundays. Oh yeah, too. That guy's not supposed to be over there. Um, so we went and we got like chicken feed and I had some things to return. Oh my goodness, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. That was a disaster. But we went to Lowe's and Menards, and my husband went into Tractor Supply. I didn't go into Tractor Supply, but every one of those places had so many generators. I don't think I've ever seen that many generators in a store, like ever. Yeah. Um, so, hi, Aussie girl. They just had stacks and pallets full of generators. And so when we were at Menards, they even had a sign at their cash registers that said, no returns on any generators that have been operated. So, they're already planning on people trying to get a generator for the weekend and then turn around and take it back or something. Yeah. So they've already covered their bases as far as that goes. Nope, you may not return that generator. Once you buy it, it is yours. So, yeah. That takes me to my return. Let me just talk about my return. All right? You know me pretty well by now. And you know that I'm not really ornery. I'm not cranky. I'm not really pushy. All right? Okay, so let me explain. Years and years ago, I got this wire horse. And that wire horse, it sits outside. It's like a yard ornament. And it's lit up. All right? A few times now, my husband has fixed the horse for me. One time he had to actually fix one of the legs that broke. And several times now he's had to just rewire it with new lights because, the lights will burn out. Okay, so he was burnt out again, or he was half burnt out, let's put it that way. And I went to, I'll just say a store right now, a home improvement store. And I wanted a new sleigh because I always have a sleigh behind the horse, And I wanted a new sleigh because that died, last winter. I wanted a sleigh to go with my horse, and we needed new lights for the horse. So we bought a sleigh. It was like $100, okay? It wasn't cheap. And we bought 2 strands of LED lights. These like flat tape lights, but they're LED. Just like the sleigh, just like the new sleigh, okay? So we come home, my husband rewires the whole horse with these new LED tape lights, hooks it up, puts it all on a nice little platform this time. So it's all on a platform, all screwed down, and it can't, come off or fall off it or anything. Okay? And it looks beautiful. It is bright as bright can be. Oh my gosh. It's like, whew, close your eyes when you walk out there because it's that bright. So, looking beautiful, right? Then I decided, well, I wanted some packages, like presents to go in the sleigh, light up, to look cool. Santa's coming, we gotta have some presents, right? So I bought these presents. Now they were on display. They were the last set of presents or packages that they had, and I was just like, that's fine, I'll take them from there. And they didn't give me a discount or anything. They just unhooked them, and we bought them and took them home. Hooked them up, put them in our sleigh. Everything's lit up. Everything's looking really cool. Well, One day I realized I'm out there and I'm like, the packages are not lit up, honey. What's going on? He's like, I don't know. So he goes out and he messes with them and he's like, no, they're dead. I'm like, what? They're dead? They're like, we've had them a few weeks. Why are they dead? you know? But they're dead. So, all right. He unhooks the packages and he brings them in the house. Okay, we're gonna return those, right? Yep, we're gonna return those. Then the horse burns out. I was like, are you kidding? All of those new lights that we just got, all those tape lights, and he took all the time to string them because he puts them all on with zip ties and everything. Everything that we had just purchased, except for the sleigh, is dead. I'm like, well, what a bummer that is. I mean, we've had them since just before Christmas. All right, so today was the day. We piled everything up into the truck and we head back to the store to return these, realizing we won't get new ones because they're Christmas items and they're gonna will be gone. They won't have any. So the lady at customer service tells me she cannot return them, and I was like, why? She goes, well, any Christmas item cannot be returned after Christmas. I'm like, excuse me, what? Hi, Diamond Painting Dreamer. I'm like, what do you mean you can't take them back? I'm like, they're broke. They are broken. They have burned out. They no longer work. Okay? And she's like, I understand that. She says, I'm sorry. It is just our policy. There are no Christmas item returns after Christmas. My husband immediately just got mad and he's like, fine. Last time we'll be shopping here. Let's go. And he grabs the stuff and he walks back out the door. Not me. I was like, no, I spent too much money. I think that was like around $75 for those 2 rope lights and the packages. I'm like, no, I am not going to take a bunch of broken, burnt out stuff home and just walk out of here. I said, can I see your manager? Can I see your manager? And she was like, yeah, I'll get the manager. Okay. So she's gone for a few minutes. She goes and she talks to some other guys. You're talking to some other guy. He comes over and he tells me the same thing. And I'm like, he says the manager was busy, but that's just our policy. We can't return those items. And I was like, listen, they're broke. I said, this is ridiculous. And I never got really angry. I'm not a cuss and swear and carry on kind of person. I was just like, no, this is ridiculous. I said, these items burnt out. I have not had them that long. I put them on my credit card with your store. I said, no, I want to see the manager. No, this is not acceptable. So he said, I'll be right back. And he leaves. He was gone for a few minutes. He comes back again, and I was ready to just really get upset. And he said, well, the manager was busy with some other customers, but he told me to go ahead and take care of you. I'm like, thank you. I said, I get it. I understand that people will try to just abuse a system, use something like that for Christmas and return it. I get that. But you can clearly tell these are broken. They're broke. They burnt out. You can see on the lights where they fried and they're all brown and they don't work. I'm not trying to scam anybody out of anything. So they took a few minutes, and the funny thing is, the 3 items we got ended up being on 3 different payment methods. Like one was on my store card, one thing was on my debit card, and another item was on my husband's debit card. But we found them all, and we got all of that money refunded, full price. And the original lady, she was being very helpful at that point, trying to help look things up. And she apologized. She said, I'm sorry. She said, it is just our policy and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just what we do. And again, I said, I get it. I understand people will try to scam, just like with the generator thing, some people give other people a bad name. And I know that stores have to protect themselves, but seriously, when you can tell that I'm a good customer, I got your credit card, I make purchases, you know, come on, give me a break, right? So, yeah, anyhow, we got the money back. And then we promptly went over to the competitor store right next door and got new packages that were on clearance, half off. So, yeah, that was my morning. How much fun is that, right? So, anyhow, like I said, I'm not the type of person, and this guy that helped me out, he had somebody on the phone and he was trying to talk to somebody else on the phone. And apparently, the person on the phone was being really crappy with him because he finally was like, well, I am not going to listen to that. I am sorry, but I will end this conversation now because I'm not going to listen to that kind of talk, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right then. You know, I'm never going to cuss and swear at somebody and carry on, but, I am going to stand my ground, especially when it is my hard earned money that, I feel justified, you know. So, enough about that. It's done. We're done. We bought new lights. Oh, we did buy some new lights at the other store too. So I'll just say, they're home improvement stores. One I clearly have a much better opinion of now than the other, but anyhow. So then we got ourselves home in the slush and the mush, and yeah, customer service. Come on, when you have good customers and when you don't. And you know, I get that there's people out there that they make it bad for people, they just make it tough on everybody else, but come on, I think at some point you have to really look at each individual case separately and try to, work with people. Work with people, man. Work with people. They finally did, and I'm glad that they did. It's just they wouldn't have though if I would not have been so insistent. They would have just stopped right there and that would have been the end of it. Well, I just messed that up. But I really had to, stand my ground and like, no. So, anyhow, there was that. The rest of the day was pretty peaceful after that. So, yeah. What have you guys all been doing today? After we got done with our shopping and came home and took care of stuff and had some lunch, and I think I made a couple of videos. My husband was tinkering around with that sump pump some more. He's irritated with that sump pump. He's gonna get that sump pump fixed, or he wants to either put in another backup sump pump, so there's two in case something happens to one, or at least an alarm system or something. The blue store or the orange store. I don't usually shop at that store. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that store a whole lot. I don't hardly ever get anything there. I did get my Instapot there last year at Christmas time. Got a good deal on an Instapot at the orange store, but no. All right. I mean, I'll tell you guys. So Lowe's was the one that was giving me a hard time. And then I went right to Menards. I don't know. I like Menards. I don't know why. I just like Menards. I find cool stuff at Menards, and I've never had a problem with anything at Menards, and so, yeah. Anyhow, now you know. But, so we've just kind of sat in the house today and just watched the slush come down out of the sky, and like we just ran up to the gas station a little bit ago just to get some pop. I was out of pop. Oh, I had a big discussion. When was this? Oh, there was my lights flashing again. Freaky things, you guys, freaky things. It must have been last night in Mrs. Coffee's Live. We were talking about foods, and pop and soda came up. Now, if you know anything about people in the north, yeah, people in the hamsters were horrible earlier too, Sariba. I was in Oh, my mind's gone blank. Rachel. I was in Rachel's live earlier today, and she ended up cutting hers. She cut her live short because so many people were having so much trouble with the hamsters. We just think it's just Mother Nature. Mother Nature is wreaking havoc on everybody right now. I don't know. Um, Basketball duty, laundry, and now working on Valentine's Day. Awesome. Yeah, basketball duty today on a Saturday. Oh, yay. Nice, huh? Ooh, fun. Yeah, I like Menards. I don't ever have trouble with Menards. So, yep, Coke. Okay. Yeah, see, remember that, Sareba? And she cut it short even. It was just like everybody was having hamsters and problems. And it was funny. I was there. I was having some spinning problems, but it wasn't really doing anything. I could still see the live and I could still see the comments. And it was just, I just had spinning wheels. But then all of a sudden it just went boop and I was gone. It just shut me right out completely. I mean, I got back in okay, but you know, I think it's Mother Nature. She's on some kind of, I don't know what she's on right now. She's on something. She's messing up everything in the world right now. Seriously. I mean, that was nice too. Rachel was doing this fundraiser thing for the animals, some animal rescue kind of thing in Australia. So that was kind of nice too. So if you weren't there, I mean, you could always go and donate still. At the end of her live, you can still donate if you'd like. But yeah, that was nice to, raise a little bit of money to help those animals in Australia. I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, the fires in Australia, it's like out of control, right? I mean, it is out of control for sure. And we think, California, we get fires and stuff. And wow, like I said, Mother Nature lost her mind. I don't know. So just hopefully people are safe, people are smart. It was funny when we just went up to the gas station. The gas station is a mile from our house. Literally a mile. We usually walk up there, like in the summer and stuff. We'll take walks up to the gas station. There's also a Subway and there's a McDonald's and all that up there too. But it was weird because it was like there was hardly anybody out. There was like nobody on the streets. Street, we take one street, and it was so quiet. It was just quiet, and everything just seemed dark and it was weird. Yeah, so she is bipolar, I swear. Yeah. Yeah, uh, like, I just hope people, like I was saying, there wasn't anybody out on the roads tonight. There was like one or two people in the gas station, and it's just like people, I think, just at least had some common sense, and everybody's just kind of staying home tonight. So, the main thing is people just stay safe. Stay safe. Be smart, And, if you live in Australia and you're in those fires, get out, don't hang around if it's getting too close to you. It's stuff. I mean, nobody wants to lose their stuff, but, life is so much more important than stuff. And so I hope people are staying safe and just get out, get away, just protect yourself, stuff can be replaced, people can't. So let's just try to keep safe no matter where you're at, things happen, but just stay safe, everybody. Just be careful, So, yeah. Anyhow. So, you guys want to hear? I just finished a video, which you won't be able to see until Tuesday, but it's kind of a rundown of things that I got coming up here lately, like with YouTube, with the channel, projects I'm working on. You guys want to hear about those, or you just want to wait for the video? I can tell you some stuff now if you want to know. But let me know. It's up to you. These are so pretty. I really do like this little nail art pen. It really works really well for ABs and stuff. It's turning out really pretty. Those oranges are gorgeous. Yeah. So, Kara, I take it it's like your kids at school have a team. And you go and supervise. Oops, I lost one I wanted. I got some here that don't have any of the AB coating on the top of them, so they're just plain orange on the top. Yeah, we don't want those. And I forgot to bring in a trash tray, so I'm just setting them over here. It's funny, it looks like they got the coating on the bottom. If they're plain orange on the top, they're really shiny on the bottom. Weird. I don't know. Anyhow. An art pen. Yes, my art pen. I got this with my Victoria's Moon diamond painting that I got to review, which I have never finished. Now, I did my wax part here at the top is all cracked and broke, but all I did, I went on Amazon and I ordered some more, so I have like 5 or 6 of these now, so I can replace them. And if you get them, it reminds me of the patty wax. If you get it warm, you can just kind of shape it again, so it tends to get flat. It's okay right now. It's got a little divot in the end, which is working perfectly because it's picking up these ABs just perfect. But you can shape it again and make it more pointy if you want or whatnot. So, yeah, anyhow. So, yeah, okay, so some of the things that are going on. All right, some of you know last week, we made this announcement, Maritza and I did, about the Hannah Lynn Diamond Paint Along. You know, we're going to work on a Hannah Lynn, and anybody who wants to work on a Hannah Lynn with us, the more the merrier. Come on along. I actually messaged Hannah Lynn on Instagram, you guys, and told her what we were doing, and she asked me a couple questions, and she said it sounded like a lot of fun, and she was like, yeah, people really love the diamond paintings. And I was like, yes, they do. They love them so much that they keep selling out at Diamond Art Club. So like last week when we checked, I think Moon Glow was still available, and that was the only one. Now I believe Moon Glow is sold out, so if you didn't get Moon Glow, she's kind of out of the running right now. And now, of course, they came out with the new one. If you saw the early release, they have a new one, like the Ms. Patriotic one or whatever she is. So, yeah. You can order these Cereba. I mean, you can even find these on Amazon if you go look on Amazon. So, it wasn't too. Oh, you colored while you were watching basketball. Nice. That sounds good. Sit and color and watch basketball. So, yeah, if you want to join along and you don't have a Hannah Lynn, there is the new one that's coming out. You can get the Hannah Lynn that they just came out with today, early release. I think everything else, I believe, is sold out. So, but if you have one in your closet or in your stash somewhere and you want to pull it out and work on it with us, that would be awesome. So here's what we're going to do, in case you don't know. You will get like an entry into our giveaway, because we're going to do a giveaway. Lost that one. You can get an entry into our giveaway by showing us, do Trixie, by showing us what you're going to work on. Okay? Oh, yeah, on the edge of my light pad. Well, if I had my light pad right now, I would, but I'm not even using my light pad right now, so I'm light padless. It's out in the kitchen with a big painting on it I'm working on. And I thought I'd just bring something small in here to work on tonight. So yeah, if you let us know, either by posting on Instagram, and it's going to be hashtag Hannah Lynn DP along. Yeah, Hannah Lynn DP along. That's our hashtag. All right. You'll get an entry into our drawing by letting us know which handle in you're going to work on. You get an entry. You will get an entry at the end. It's going to run for 6 weeks. You'll get an entry at the end for a completed Hannah Lynn diamond painting. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I finish mine. Anyhow. So you'll get an entry for that. Okay? Then Maritza and I are going to do a series of videos over the next 6 weeks. And if you comment on our videos, just one comment on each video, please. Not a ton, but one comment on each video, and you'll get an entry for that. So you could have 6 entries for the 6 videos with me. You could get 6 entries with her. Okay. You can get an entry for letting one of us know what you're going to work on, and then you're complete. Now, we are throwing in a bonus, and some people have had their thoughts about it, and we're going to stick with it because it's really a bonus. And some of you may get the bonus, and some of you may not, and maybe nobody will get the bonus. I don't know. But if you manage to come up with a Hannah Lynn diamond painting you're going to work on that is one of either the one I'm working on or the one she's working on, then you'll get a bonus entry for that. And then we just did that because why not? You know, that's just like an extra thing. Somebody will get lucky. They'll have the painting that she has, or maybe they'll have the one that I have, and they get an extra bonus entry. So, yeah, why not? So anyhow, that starts next week, you guys. Next week on the 18th. I got a painting downstairs on my big table downstairs that I need to get finished before next week so that I have space, because I got one in the kitchen, on the table, on my little easel. I could always take that one down, but I really want my big table downstairs. So I got to get that painting finished downstairs. That's the one I'm working on with Amy, my Mystical Diamond Art. And it is really close to being finished. So I want that one done. It's really pretty, and I just want it finished. You know, it's time to get some things completed and work on some stuff that I have in my stash. So that's the goal. So that's the Hannah Lynn DP along. I hope that you join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, there's a nice prize at the end. We haven't told you the prize yet because, quite honestly, we don't have it all together yet. We're working on it. But we don't have it all together yet. But you're not going to want to miss out on that opportunity. Really. It's going to be nice. Okay? I'm not talking like, you know, a cover minder. Not that there's anything wrong with cover minders. But, you know, it's going to be nice. So, yeah. All right. So that's one thing. All right. I am going to be in the DP-a-thon. I gotta keep these straight. There's a DP along and there's a DP-a-thon. All right. So the DP-a-thon, as I've mentioned, was designed for smaller creators to get out there, get their feet wet, do a live, you know, practice, get known, all that stuff. Well, it got really full this time because there are a lot of new people, a lot of smaller channels, and they all wanted to get out there and, you know, give it a go. So Marissa had to limit to subscribers under 1,000. Well, as the days went on and on and on, and she started asking what people thought about adding Friday to the DP-a-thon. And I was like, hey, I could do Friday if you go ahead and do Friday, I can do Friday. Yeah, let me know. Well, she did. She's changed it. She's opened it up to Friday. So it's going to run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I got a time slot. It's not on Friday, though. My time slot is not on Friday. My time slot is on Sunday. So I believe it is Sunday at 10:30. Don't quote me on that one right now, but I think it's 10:30. So that's coming up. I like the DP-a-thon. I mean, okay, I realize my channel's grown and it's gotten larger, and I probably don't need the publicity from that or whatnot, but I just like doing it. Like, it's fun to get out there and be a part of, you know, an all day, all weekend ongoing event. Like when we did the Christmas premieres, that was fun, to be a part of that. Um, I enjoy it. So I'm happy I get to do it again. Anyhow, there's that. Talking about being larger channels now, that's another thing I need to talk to you about. I am I am pushing 2000, you guys. I don't know when or how that happened. I am in total disbelief that I am almost at 2000 subscribers, but I'm almost at 2000 subscribers. Like, whoa, hang on. Hold the phone. When did that happen, right? So, for 2000 subscribers, I have to have a really nice giveaway, right? Absolutely. An excellent, nice giveaway. And I am excited. I am so excited. I thought about what I wanted to do, what kind of prize I wanted to give, and I started talking to people. And I started planning. And I'm excited. I am excited for this giveaway. It will be the nicest giveaway I've ever had. It will be the nicest prize I've ever given away. I'm stoked. Okay, I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I have other information too that I can't tell you yet, but just really, I'm that excited. Seriously. So, like I said, I'm at about I don't know, 1860 or something like that. So I'm under 150 that I need. Hey Brian Elliott, Diamond Painting, how are you? I said that all backwards, I know. So I will be doing an awesome giveaway, and more details will follow as to how you can enter for the giveaway and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm excited by it. It's going to be really, really nice. So yeah, thank you to everybody that's watching and everybody who watches the videos and everybody who subscribes and all that stuff, because I wouldn't be there without you. And it's just so surprising to me. It still is just so surprising. Anyhow, what else do I have to share? I have alluded to, or actually come right out and said, that I'm going to be doing a Valentine's project with someone. I haven't said who. Well, it came out last night who I'm going to do a Valentine's project with, and that is Jennifer Roberts. Yes, I was in Jennifer Roberts live last night, and she was talking about it, and she was like, I can give you a hint who it is. I'll give you a hint. And they were like, yeah, give a hint. And I'm just listening, and I'm like smiling, and I'm laughing, right? She goes, well, the person I'm going to do this with is a female. Yeah, a female. Yep. And so everybody was like, well, that's a terrible clue. That's a terrible hint. And then I just started playing with it, and I was egging her on, and I was like, so tell us more. Give us another hint. Can you tell us if they're young or old? And can you tell us if they're tall or short? And somebody was like, how would we know if they're tall or short? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we watched their videos or something. Maybe we could tell. I don't know. Then she said, well, okay, I can tell you this. I can tell you that they have done collaborations before. Now, I don't call them collaborations because of my teaching background. Collaborations to me are a whole different thing. And what we do in YouTube as creators, I have a hard time considering them collaborations. So I just like to call them projects. I just call them projects. So her and I were doing a Valentine's project. I finally commented in her live, and I said, just spill the beans. And then she was like, oh, Mindy, really? And I said, yes, spill the beans. And so she did. And she told everybody in her live that it was her and I. So that was fun. But yeah, we're going to do, it's a short little thing, and it's definitely Valentine based theme. We got a little Valentine's love. Yeah. So it's only going to be a couple weeks. It's going to be short, but we do have something fun planned for our end of the little project. So stay tuned for that. We aren't ready to make our big true announcement video yet, but we're working on it. We got to chat a little more first and get all the details down, how it's gonna play out. But we're getting there. So pay attention for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, I got a lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on. Oh, thanks, hon. 1:45 in the morning. Oh my goodness. I'm never awake at that time. So yeah, lots of fun stuff going on. Couple projects with a couple good friends. DP-a-thon. Giveaway. Oh my goodness. 2,000 subscribers. Serious? Oh, stuff's happening, you guys. Happening. Yeah. All right. What else? I'm trying to think. What else? I had a list. I did. I had a list. As I was doing things today, I was jotting things down on a piece of paper, a little list, and well, my list is out in the kitchen. Yep, I left my list in the kitchen. So, what are you guys doing? Tell me what's going on. I do have a lot going on. Hi, Margie. You never miss me on YouTube? Oh, really? Well, I'm glad that you have finally come and commented, Margie. Thank you for that. That is awesome. And then sometimes, like, I know I can look at the numbers and there's like 32 people watching, right? And there's clearly not 32 people commenting. So we got workers and lurkers, and that's fine. I'm just glad that you're here and, you're listening to me babble, because that's what I'm doing. Babbling. No, sometimes I babble. Sometimes I give you some good information. I don't know. So here's something that's interesting. Have you guys seen, it's one of my, hi Valerie. Hi Catherine. Have you guys seen, it's one of my very early videos. So I don't know if you've seen it, if you're like new subscribers and whatnot, but one of my very early videos, and it was when I did a framing video, and I used like fabric to cover, like if you take out the inserts of a picture frame and, like the mat that's in there or whatever's in there. Hi, Rochelle. Thanks for working and lurking. And you cover it with fabric, right? And it makes a nice, kind of, it's a reverse matting kind of for a picture. Well, I don't know. I just came up with that one day, and I don't even know how. I saw somebody do something with, I don't know, some poster board or something, and I was just like, man, they got all this fabric that you can buy. I think they're called the fat quarters for quilting and stuff. And I just started doing some framing that way. And you guys, that silly little video is still my most popular video of any video at all. It has, I don't even know how many views it has anymore. I lost track how many views it has. Thank you, Charlie. Oh, hi, Lena. Yep, you work and lurk. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys saw it, okay? Oh, you're doing a Hello Kitty. How cute. But that silly little video, and it's just something I don't know, I just tried it. The first time I did it, I messed it up. And then I kind of got better at it, but it is my most popular video. It is like a crazy amount of views. It's made the most money for me. I'm just like, and it still gets watched all the time. I think it gets watched because people who are looking for ways to frame their diamond paintings. If they search framing diamond painting, it comes up. But, you know, wow, if I could do that a few more times, that'd be awesome. But, you know, I only have so many unique creative ideas. And that one just, I don't know, just popped into my head one day. I don't know. But stuff like that, it just blows my mind sometimes. So I don't know how you guys are, but I mean, being a YouTube creator, being a teacher, all of that stuff. Hi, Abra. How are you? Yes, that's what I do. Yeah, the whole piece, like those fat quarters, they will cover, I mean, they're big. Oh, patterned paper. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the fabric you can iron and it's nice and flat and you just, it's great. I love it. Anyhow, maybe it's the teacher in me, maybe it's becoming a YouTube creator. I don't know. I find myself at the weirdest times in my life with thoughts just popping into my head about stuff. And I'm like, oh, we could do this. We could do that. How about if we try this? You know, all this weird stuff. It's like I was texting Maritza the other day and I was like, hey, I got an idea for one of these videos that we can do. And she's like, oh man, that's awesome. She said, that'll be great. That sounds like fun. I'm like, you know, when I think of these things, weird times, like, you know, I'm in the shower or, you know, I'm at that point where I'm in bed and I'm laying there sleeping, but I'm not going to sleep yet. My husband, oh my gosh, we hit the bed and we hit the pillows and I'm like, he's out. It's like almost instant. He's like, night, honey, night, honey. Boom, he's gone. And I'm like, really? You're asleep already? Okay. And so then I lay there for about, I don't know, 15, 20 more minutes and I'm just wide awake still, you know. It takes me a while to fall asleep. That's when I have all these thoughts just pop in my head. And I'm like, luckily I remember them, right? Luckily I remember them. Yeah, I think of all kinds of strange things in the shower, Trees. Really. I mean, I don't know why. You're relaxed. You don't have anything else to do. You're not thinking about anything or worrying about anything, and your mind just travels, I guess. I don't know. Um, oh, Rochelle, you got the King's Path. That's a pretty one. Yeah. Oh, a piece with tissue paper and felt. Huh, that seems interesting. You keep a notepad? I don't, you know what? I would, Kara, I would, except the nightstand is on his side of the bed. Yeah. You know what, Margie? I do not watch YouTube on my big TV. Um, first of all, the TV that we have upstairs is an older TV, and I don't think we can watch YouTube on that one. But we did get a new TV, a big TV, and that's downstairs. And I realized I can watch YouTube on it, but I haven't. When I do watch TV downstairs, I end up watching Amazon Prime because I can't get my Prime up here on this TV either. Without having like, you know, Fire Stick or, you know, something, I just can't. So yeah, when I go downstairs, I can watch Amazon Prime shows, and I've been watching that Marvelous Miss Maisel or whatever, or something like that. She's funny. Oh my gosh, she's a hoot. So I've been watching that. I've watched like 3 episodes of that, but yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of people say that they're going to go broke because they see everything that is so cool and they have to have this and they have to have that and this diamond painting and that one. I get it. I totally get it. I'm one of the worst. Yeah, I need a nightstand. Okay, the only problem with having a nightstand on my side of the bed is it's the window we look out to check on the chickens and the ducks. So, yeah. And knowing me, I'd probably kill myself on the nightstand if I had it beside my bed. I would. I'd probably kill myself. I'd end up hurting myself or something. It's bad enough that the closet's on my side of the bed. I'm still sitting on that patty wax, by the way. But this nail pen's working so good. I'm like, see, there's my patty wax. I'm sitting on it. I don't know. I'm going to just keep using the nail pen. get off the patty wax, make myself more comfortable. Oh boy. Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, I have learned so much stuff, and I'm just as guilty as all of you guys. I watch everybody else too, you know. I can't even tell you how many people I watch. I got a whole list of people that I watch. So, and they're always showing me something different and unique that I like too. So, I'm with you. And then, of course, there's, the Diamond Art Club sneak peeks. I'm like, okay, seriously? All right, seriously. Um, I, I'm one of those people, and I'll tell you, I'll just be honest. I was not a Diamond Art Club fan when I first started diamond painting, and I heard about Diamond Art Club. I went and I looked, and I went, well, I don't get it. Why does everybody like them so much? There's nothing here I like. And I don't know, it was the images. It was totally the images. I just didn't like the artists. I didn't like the pictures. I mean, I got my own taste, you know what I mean? And it just wasn't, is that, I want to say like Schitt's Creek. Is it Schitt's Creek? And Grace and Frankie. Okay. You give a thumbs up as soon as you get here. That's nice. Oh, thank you. That's nice. I know, because it is hard to remember to do that, like when you're leaving. I can't do thumbs up on my phone. You gotta like get out of it or something to do your thumbs up thing. But anyhow, and I've learned more about that too, about thumbs up and what that even means and why people do that, or why people always say give it a thumbs up and why that's so important. I mean, the stuff you learn a ton. But I was talking about other creators, and then what happened? Oh, then I got Diamond Art Club. Didn't like Diamond Art Club. Didn't like the pictures. I have a unique taste, as you guys have seen. Everybody has their own tastes, and mine's it's a lot of cutesy. I like cutesy, but I love landscapes, and I just didn't really like anything they had. Um, I don't even remember. My first one was a Mandy Manzano, the little mother unicorn with the baby unicorn. That was the first one I got because it was cutesy. It was cute. I liked it, right? And then I think the next one I got was, oh my goodness. It might have been All Dogs Go to Heaven. It might have been the very next one I got was All Dogs Go to Heaven. And when I saw that, I just was like, oh. I have several dogs in heaven, and I added one recently, that. And when I saw that, I was just like, oh, I have to have that. So I think that was my second one. And then I got another Mandy Manzano. I got Not Bad, Just Drawn That Way, because I love Jessica Rabbit. Loved Roger Rabbit. I mean, I grew up with that, So I loved that one. And then they just started coming out with some other stuff that I liked. And then when Chuck Pinson came along, oh my gosh. When Chuck Pinson came along, I thought I was going to die. Okay, it is Schitt's Creek. Okay. Oh, Jane oh. Okay, you said Fire Stick, but is it Amazon or is it just, what does that show on exactly? What, like, network or whatever? So yeah, Chuck Pinson came along and I was like, okay, I'm a goner. I'm just a goner at this point with Chuck Pinson. I love his stuff. I still need to get the two water ones, with the beaches and the boats and whatnot. I don't have either of those yet. But of course, what came out today with Diamond Art Club? Well, you know what came out today with Diamond Art Club? Yeah. Yep. So, at 12:02, I had my new Chuck on the way. Yeah. A cup of tea. Get a cup of tea, please. Hey, Pippa, how are you? Hi, Jill. Hi, Pippa. Yeah, so Chuck Pinson. And the fact that it's round, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm working on a square diamond painting right now. And it's a large square diamond painting. I'm having a little static with the drills, which is not a huge problem. I think really it's our weather. because when I unboxed that thing, there wasn't static in it when I unboxed it. I think it's just our weather, because, Mother Nature, she's lost her mind. Um, I think it's dry in our house, even though we're trying to humidify it and all that stuff. But anyhow, um, I am just still not a lover of squares. I've done squares, I've done several square paintings, and I've done some large square paintings. It's just, rounds are just so much more relaxing. Squares are more work for me. They're just more work. That's kind of what I'm doing, Pippa. If I like them, hi Dawn Marie. Hello, hello. She says hello. Um, if I like them, I'm gonna get them. Okay. That's why I got Not Bad Just Drawn That Way. She's squares. Not that I've done it yet, because I haven't. There are some Chuck Pinsons that are squares, and I got them. I don't care. I will do them someday. But if I want to just sit and veg and relax and chill, I'm going to pick up a round any day. Like I said, squares are just a little more work for me. They're not quite as relaxing. They're not as easy. I can't just mindlessly do. You know what I mean? So, anyhow, that's my deal. But I did have to jump all over that Chuck, especially since it's rounds. So who has Instagram? That's another new thing for me. Since I started YouTube, I never had an Instagram account before YouTube. I only went and got an Instagram account because I don't even remember why. Somebody was doing something diamond painting related, and the only place they were doing it was on Instagram, I think. Yeah, you embrace the Tetris. You told me that earlier. You're going fast on your DAC square. Nice. So yeah, I started on Instagram, and I don't know why. There was a reason why. Somebody was doing something, and you had to be on Instagram to be a part of it. So I got an Instagram. So now I do Instagram. But the reason I brought up Instagram, and thank you for following me on Instagram. I'm not sure if I follow you, Brian, but I'll have to check. I can't check right now because my phone is recording this video. So, anyhow, the reason I brought it up was just before I went live, I saw a post on Instagram, and it had like 7 or 8 pictures. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it said that artwork would be coming to Diamond Art Club. Did anybody see that? I can't look right now on my Instagram, but did anybody see that and know what I'm talking about? Or am I crazy? I don't know. I'll tell you the one I remember. Yeah, I think I started before the Halloween thing even. I don't remember though. Anyhow, I saw some pictures, and there was like 7 pictures. And I think, oh no, I know what it was, Pippa. I know why. It was, and I still have never bought one. What's her name? The Crystal Lady. And now it's Bluebird, Blackbird, something like that, Blushing Bird. And now she's on Etsy. But at first she was just selling her stuff on Instagram. It was because of that. And I went to look and see what she had, because you had to contact her through Instagram to buy her stuff for paintings, those crystal paintings. That's why I did it. Yeah. But these pictures came up. And I think there was like 7 of them. And there was, there's some really cool stuff. And one was like this horse. Okay, now if you saw my video of my horse that I got from Treasure Studios Arts, you know I love horses. And this was a white horse with purple flowers and purple like headdresses on and all kinds of stuff, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I I added a comment and I was like, are you saying that this is coming to Diamond Art Club, that this artist is going to be, some of these images will be made into Diamond Art Club, you know? So I don't know, but there was some really cool stuff. And then, of course, it prompted me to go look at the artist on Instagram and see some of the other things that she'd posted and other pictures and stuff. And I was like, wow, there's some cool stuff there, right? Wow. So I hope I hope I read that correctly and interpreted that correctly, because some of those things were really awesome images. Like the one that came out last week with that little girl sitting on the candy cane stool or whatnot. I was so close to buying that one. So close, but I didn't. But it prompted me to go look her up, that artist, and she has coloring books. I have 2 coloring books in my cart right now because I loved some of the pictures that I saw. So I still think about that diamond painting. I was hoping they were going to come out with another image of hers. They probably will, maybe next week or something, but I want to see what else they have of hers, because she has some really, really cute things. Like, what was her name? Sherry Baldy. Had some really, really cute stuff. I'll talk about Vegemite in just a second, okay? I haven't ignored you. I'll get to you in a minute. But as I was looking at some of her work on Etsy, she has this girl, oh my gosh, I loved her. She's like sitting in a pot. This girl's like sitting in a flower pot, and she's got flowers and everything and a big hat on and stuff. And I was like, oh, that is so cute. I mean, if they ever did one of those as a diamond painting, I'd be all over it. But I think I'm going to order her coloring book, or, one of them at least, and check it out. Anyhow, if you guys see that on Instagram, let me know what you think. I'm hoping that is maybe a new artist that's coming to Diamond Art Club, but we'll see. You never know. They're coming up with a lot of new stuff lately, like coming out with the, is it Nikki Burnett and all that stuff? They're just coming out with all kinds of different stuff. And because they're doing that, that is now why I tend to like Diamond Art Club more than I ever did when I first looked at them. They're just coming up with images that I like. Cute stuff, because I'm all about the cute, and I'm all about the landscapes. So you give me cute, you give me landscapes, and you got me. So anyhow, all right. So yes, my Vegemite. Vegemite is still sitting out there on my kitchen counter, and it is waiting patiently for me to go try that. The reason I did not is because last week was my last week of break, right? And I got sick. I got so sick. I think it was food poisoning. Somebody was telling me that norovirus is going around here. I'm like, so it's all stomach related issues. Okay. I despise vomiting. Despise it. I will avoid it like nobody's business. I will do everything I can to avoid that. I tried. I really tried. I tried for hours and hours and hours, and then I couldn't do it anymore. I was so sick, I didn't know what end was up or what way it was coming or going or nothing. So I thought, okay, that's done, that's over, I should be feeling better, right? Oh no. Every single day of that week, I felt like I was going to throw up. My stomach hurt. It would make all kinds of noises. I'd have terrible indigestion. I was just like, I thought, wow, when is this going to go away? And that's what made me start to think that maybe it was more of a norovirus instead of just some food poisoning. But I mean, you get norovirus from food too. Go figure. I don't know. So I was so sick. I kept doing what I needed to do, and slowly, I was like eating Tums and Rolaids and Gas X like they were, M&Ms or something. But, so no Vegemite last week, clearly. no Vegemite last week. I mean, if you wanted to see me like throw up on camera, that's probably what would have happened if I tried it. So I didn't get to it last week. Now this week I got back to school and I just got back in the routine and back into all that stuff. So um, now I'm gonna think about when I can do that. So I know I'm gonna put a thin layer on there. I know I'm not gonna overdo it because I just no. So Pippa, I asked my daughter, she was here the other day. I asked her and I said, so Pippa said you should do this Vegemite thing with me. And she goes, oh, God, no. She goes, no, 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 no. She said, I have seen people do that Vegemite thing. I've watched videos. She says, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, really? Come on. Don't make me do it by myself. I don't think I'm going to get her to do it. It should be funny, though. It should be entertaining. Because, you know, I'm a very picky eater. I'm a very plain kind of eater. I like very plain things. Very simple, plain stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff. It should be interesting. Don't like beer. The whole thing should be interesting. Just be prepared. Don't be offended. Just be prepared. It should be very interesting. So I'm going to try to do that this week. Maybe not this weekend, but maybe one night this week. I'm feeling better now, so maybe my stomach can handle some Vegemite now. Anyhow. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't ever want to be sick like that again. Like never. Never, never, never. It's horrible. Yeah. Very thin. Yes. Ah, you caught her. You caught her. I know she. Okay, you know what happened, Pippa? Do you know what happened? Why she didn't manage to pull that one off? That was that. What was it? How many days till winter solstice or whatever? And she didn't make it, right? She was doing so good, right? She was doing so good. And then she started a relationship. Oh my goodness. She started a relationship with someone. Yep, there went the videos right down the toilet. I know, I keep bugging her too. I'm like, okay, come on, really? You know, you gotta start doing some more videos again. She goes, I know, I know. It is so funny. Hi, Molly. I am so glad you're here. I missed your candor and your contributions. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, so, you know, I keep bugging her, you know, hey, you just gotta do it again. But what she does, you know, what she does is farm videos. And I'll tell you what, you know, I know that people like my farm videos, and I have about 8 clips. I mean, I might have 8 or 9, maybe 8 or 9 minutes of farm video I could put together. And I was thinking about it today. I was checking what I have, see if I even have enough to make it worth a video. Because I know you guys love to see the farm and the cows and the ducks and the, you know, whatever craziness we got going on. I could go take some slushy videos right now if you'd like to see slushy videos. But, you know, I was thinking about it. I might have enough to put a small video together. And that's part of Shannon's problem, is that she does farm videos. And, yeah, life got busy. But it's also hard to do farm videos in the wintertime when there's just not a lot going on in the winter. You get a lot of ice and snow and ick, and I mean, you can only go out there so many times and show people that you're feeding the chickens or feeding the goats or whatever you're doing, you know? So, yeah, when we start growing and stuff and plants and flowers and stuff like that, then, you know, you got a lot more content. But the farm videos, and I don't know how there's so many homesteading channels out there, and those homesteading channels, you guys, they're crazy. They make so much money, and they have so many subscribers and people that watch their videos. It's bizarre how much they have. It's craziness. So I know that, you know, some of them don't really live in cold places like we do with a lot of winter and snow, but they keep those channels going year round, and they've got homesteading videos, you know, year round. But, you know, it's just hard when it's winter and there's just not a lot going on. But spring is on the way, right? Yes, we're one day closer to spring. So let me tell you this. My daughter, oh, you got snow now. Yay, oh boy. We just have slush. It's just slush. Yeah. Um, my daughter did send me a video the other day to look at. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Okay. Sorry, I needed a drink. All right. So what she sent me was a lady, her and her husband, they bought a farm. Okay, they bought a farm. So I think I'm going to switch to twos here and put some white ones on here now. So they bought a farm and they're planting vegetables and whatever and whatnot, 8 to 12 inches of snow. Where is that? Where do you live? And so one of the things that this lady started was she started flowers. And she doesn't have a huge plot to grow her flowers in. And she makes bouquets, takes them to the farmer's market, sells them for $10 at the farmer's market, and she's doing pretty good with her flowers. Now, if you guys have listened for any length of time at all, you know that that's what I want to do when I retire. You know that. I want to be a flower farmer. I want to be a flower farmer. I want to plant flowers. I want to grow flowers. I want to sell flowers. Yeah. And hopefully help supplement my income a little bit when I retire. Okay? So it was awesome, this video that she did. I mean, she was so helpful. And she gave such good tips about how to plant your plants and how to, start your beds and how to help them grow better, and even down to what some of the best plants that she's planted were for showiness and for fillers in your bouquets and all that kind of stuff. And it just got me all excited again. I just got so excited again, So, oh, you're in Wisconsin? Oh, yeah, you get more snow than we do in Wisconsin. Oh boy. But it just got me all excited again because I'm like, that is something I have had in my head as a dream for a while now. And I've been toying with it a little bit each summer, trying some other things, trying some new plants, trying to see what I like. And I just got so excited. I'm like, oh, could it just be spring now, please? I just want it to be spring. I want to go garden and I want to, start working on this flower gardening business and, hooking up with some, like markets and things like that, farmers markets, and see where I could sell bouquets. And she even showed how to make bouquets and how to make really nice bouquets, And common sense in my head, I kind of knew a lot of it already, but, it was so helpful and it just got me so excited. So this spring, you guys, be prepared. I know we like to diamond paint and there will always be diamond painting, but there's going to be some flower gardening. Just be prepared because I'm gonna do it, and hopefully I do well at it. So this is a funny story. It must have been a year and a half ago. My husband and I were driving along, going down the highway, and we saw something beside the highway, and it looked like metal, and I looked at it and I was like, I don't know, it looked like those were like grow lights, like the big lights. You put the light bulbs in, nice light bulbs, and you helps your plants grow, right? And I was like, I think that's what those were, honey. And he's like, well, let's turn around. So we turned around, we went back, and sure enough, there were about 4 or 5 of these great big metal grow lights. Now, no bulbs, clearly, but the lights. And so we stopped, we snatched those up, threw them in the back of the truck. Somebody lost those, and somebody was probably not very happy about it, you know? But we brought those home and bought some light bulbs and checked them out. And I'll be darned if they don't work. They work just fine. They probably were, Pippa. For all I know, they probably were. But um, they work. They work perfectly. So I have like a big like metal rack kind of shelving downstairs in my basement. And he has taken one of those lights and he's got it hooked up at the top so that we can get light and help plants grow down there. So as soon as we're gonna go away on spring break. Spring break is the first week of April. We'll go away. We always do. My husband's gonna have hernia surgery the week before that, and he needs to take like 2 weeks off from work because he won't be able to lift, and that's what he does all day long. He lifts things, packages, and whatnot. So he's gonna have a week, and then we're gonna go somewhere for spring break and just sit and chill. We can sit and chill wherever. Probably on a beach, Myrtle Beach, probably. But as soon as we are back from spring break, I'm going to have seeds. So I got to start thinking about what to buy. I got some catalogs I can start ordering from. What am I going to buy? And I'm going to start planting some stuff when we get back from spring break so it can start growing. We can't plant outside here in Michigan until, to be safe, June. I could say you could plant in May, but that's a little iffy. So I'm going to have some things started in the house because I have this nice grow light system, and I'm going to have some things started that I can put in the ground. We've got a spot planned outside where we're going to till it up, and I think we're going to use pallets to fence it in to keep the deer out mainly. And I'm going to go for it, man. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see what I can do. And I'm excited by it. It's kind of been my dream. And it's a dream that I can make a reality, really. I can make it a reality. So I am so excited. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Yeah, but it's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. It's work, but then what isn't work? Anything that is worth putting some time and effort into, it's going to take some work, and that's okay. I'm not I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands, right? I'm definitely going to have a lot of time on my hands. The first thought I had, like Rachel Ray today, she asked me if I was sad about retiring. She said, I'd be sad if I was leaving. If I knew it was my last year, I'd be sad, blah, blah, I'm like, no, I'm not sad. It's more about, my new life and what my new life is going to be like. And I keep thinking that as soon as I retire, I'm going to have to look for a job, But now that I'm thinking about it, this could be my job, my other job, I could really push this whole flower thing. And I could make it another job. I could make extra income from it, So, yeah, maybe I just got to push it a little more. So, yeah. What is a law, Abra? What's a law? What are we cheering about? I missed that somewhere. What are we cheering about? I missed it. Fill me in. I missed it. I don't know. So, anyhow. So, Jennifer, I spilled the beans with everybody that's here since we spilled the beans last night in your live. So, I let them know that we're working together, girlfriend. We got some Valentine love to send their way. Didn't tell him too much because, we're still in the planning stages. So, oh, rooting for the Packers. Oh, I miss that. What's a Packer? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I do know what a Packer is. Do you know what a lion is? Nobody knows what they are. Oh boy. Yeah, so just lots of fun stuff going on. This is when I'm like, I could be retired right now. I could be retired right now, and I could fill my time with no problem. I could find a million things to do, to fill my time with. I know that I could. It would not be hard. So, if nothing else, I'm looking forward to being retired to see what I can do, what I can accomplish, because look out, world, because, I'm freeing up some time and I'm ready to roll. Ready to roll. I know. Yeah, it's a girl. That's funny. Okay, so for the record, I didn't get to tell you last night, Jennifer. I think I asked you when you said, "Oh, this person has done collaborations," and I always call them projects. I discussed that earlier. I don't call them collaborations because I'll tell you why I don't call them collaborations. I'll go over it again real quick. At work, when you're a teacher, collaborations mean something totally different. So I have a hard time saying the word collaboration. I just call them projects. So we're doing a project. Ours is a Valentine project. But anyhow, um, when I asked you, I said, "Well, how many collaborations has this person done?" And you were like, "Well, I don't honestly know." I'll tell you. I have worked with Maritza once. I have worked with Amy. I'm still working with Amy. I have worked with Allison from Allie's Pantry and Crafts. That's it. 3. And then there's now Maritza again with the Hannah Lynn DP along. And now you for Valentine's. Valentine's love. Yeah. So there you have it. That'll make 5. Yeah. Here's the funny thing. It's kind of, at some point, you're like, well, I need to come up with something different, something unique, something that not everybody in the world has already done, right? It gets a little difficult. It gets a little difficult to come up with all those cool things, and fun things and unique stuff. But, yeah, you guys are still talking football. I don't know enough about professional football. Not enough. Mm-mm. Oh no, he was discombobulated. That happens to people. I know that. I hear that people are just like, they get lost and they're like, you know, what do I do with myself, right? I have no fear of that at all. No fear at all. I know I'm going to be a busy person. I know I'm going to have lots of things going on, lots of things to do. I mean, YouTube alone, in the summer times, it's amazing. Last summer, I only had one summer on YouTube so far, and that was last summer. But it was amazing how much time I could put in to YouTube stuff in the summertime. I thought for sure that when I went back to school, it was all going to kind of tank, because I wasn't going to have the time to do it. I'm managing to find the time. I'm just, I don't think it's as good as it was in the summer. But, I can hardly wait. I'm just like, how much time can I put in things and how much better can it get? I joked with somebody. I was like, I don't do anything fancy. I don't have fancy intros. I don't usually have music. I don't have all those animated moving things and whatnot. But hey, when I retire, maybe I'll have time to figure out some of that stuff. Maybe I'll have time to figure some of that out. I don't know. Yes, the ending surprise should be awesome. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah. Is someone getting married? I don't know. Oh, Molly, I don't think you were here yet. Yeah, Jennifer and I were doing a little Valentine's project together. It's just a short thing, a couple weeks, some Valentine's love we're going to send your way. So, pay attention for that. Yeah. Oh, Kara. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Retire. Just retire. Just go. All right? Yeah. Tell some parents what I actually think. Wouldn't that be something? Hi, Diamond Painting with Ash. Which is Amber. Hi, Amber. Trying to get the left brain to collab with your right brain so you can get something done from start to finish without 100 squirrel moments in between. Well, there you go. It happens. It happens. So, Kara, I don't talk about school, as you know. I don't talk about school much, and I don't think anybody has figured out like what school district I even teach for. I try to keep that very close, private, that kind of stuff, because being a teacher still, there's too many wonky things that can happen if somebody heard something or saw something or didn't like something. I could really get in trouble. Now at this point, I've got less than 6 months to go. Okay, whatever. But still, I try to keep it all very hush hush kind of. But I'm going to tell you a story, and if you figure it out, you figure it out. But I'm going to tell you a story real quick. You just reminded me of something. We had a superintendent of our school district that came to our district completely out of retirement. She had been a teacher, been a principal, worked for the ISD, worked for the state, all kinds of things like that. And she came to our district to be our superintendent. And she came out of retirement to do that. She was our superintendent for, I don't even know how many years, 3 or 4, I guess. I don't know. Oh, a while. Well, she retired. She retired at the beginning of this year. Now, we have had nothing but some issues since then. Not with our district, but with the superintendent position. Okay? We had somebody take over. That didn't work out well. They're now gone. We're now hunting for a superintendent again. And I'll be darned if we didn't just bring in an interim superintendent from retirement. From retirement. This guy retired, and now he's coming back. And he actually just came to a meeting the other day we had and said, hi, how are you? He's definitely not applying for the position. He's just come back to fill in till the end of the school year, and then hopefully we'll have a superintendent hired at that time. But I'm like, he was even joking with us. Now the funny thing is, the dude hired me when I got my job. He hired my principal, because we got hired the same year. My principal and I did, both as teachers, in the same building, which is funny. And now she's my principal. But he hired 2 other teachers that work in my building. So he hired 4 of us, and he was there at our meeting, and he was like joking with us. He's a super nice guy. I really like him. It's kind of like almost too bad that he's not coming back to be superintendent, you know what I mean? The real superintendent, but he's not. But he was joking. He's like, yeah, they pulled me in off my boat and blah, blah, blah to come, do this. And we're laughing. So I had to go buy a suit. I'm like, oh my goodness. He didn't have a suit, Yeah. No, never, Jennifer, never. I wouldn't even be a principal like Kara. No, it's not happening. I don't even want to go back and sub, because some teachers do that. They go back and they sub, and that's been a weird thing. But anyhow, he needed to get a suit, and he realized he only had about 2 ties in his tie wardrobe, and so goodness. somebody in our staff was like, I think we should buy him a tie. We should get it in our school colors and give him a tie and blah, blah. And I'm like, oh boy, he's going to be here for 5 months. You think he needs more ties? He doesn't need more ties. You know, he's going to go back to his boat and the beach and whatever. You know, no, his 2 ties will be fine for 5 months. No, no. Anyhow. Yeah, so those are some of the things that people don't know about, and certain things hit the news and people hear about them and they just don't understand. Nobody really understands. You got to be, you got to be in the trenches every day to get some of that stuff and how it works, but it's crazy. Oh, people wanting you to be a superintendent? Well, that's where superintendents come from. Okay, Kara, I'm gonna just say, I know you're a principal and all that, and people want you to be superintendents, but we kind of joke. Some of my friends and I, some of my teacher friends and I joke that, the teachers who can't teach end up going into administration, and then they end up being principals, and if that doesn't work, then they end up, down in big administration telling other people what to do. Sorry. Sorry. Just had to put that out there. That's just kind of our inside joke. The ones who can't teach, well, they go, they go up the chain and find other things to do. Yeah. And you know what? It's really happened. I swear, it's really happened. But, anyhow, see, I'm going to get in trouble now. I got to just be quiet. You guys will know what district I work for, and I'll get in trouble, and they'll fire me, and I'll cry, and, whatever. Or somebody's listening that I don't know is out there listening, and watch this video later. I'll be in trouble. I'm not saying any names. It's all in good fun. All just in good fun. Really? Okay. We're done. Done spilling the beans. Okay. Yeah. I say that being a principal is super, super hard and that I could never, ever do it. But yet, here's the interesting thing. Our principal has been coming down into our classrooms and spending some time actually teaching and things like that in our classrooms. And she will tell us, and she'll tell anybody, that what we do is hard. Teaching kids, having their focus, having their attention, making sure everything is done, that. She said, it's tough. She actually, she was teaching in somebody's classroom the other day, and she gave it her best shot, and then said, okay, I think you can take over now. So, yeah, anyhow. Yeah, the education rant. No, that's all right. I was going to say that there's been this weird thing, and it's just a Michigan thing. I'm sure it's just Michigan, where you retire, you pay into the subsystem, not the subsystem, you pay into the pension system, it's not a choice. You can't say, oh, I don't want to put money in my pension. You just have to, right? And then when you retire, you can't go back to teaching. You can't go back to any entity that contributes to the pension system again. Because then you would retire, you would get a pension, but you'd still be putting money into the pension system. And so they call it double dipping, and they won't let you do it. So, yeah. Then they changed it and said, well, maybe you can come back and sub. We'll let you come back and sub. But you can only sub if it's really in an area of need. So like if you're a math teacher, a science teacher, or a special ed teacher, they'd let you come in like on special assignment. I don't even know where the status of that is now. People ask me, well, you can go back and sub, right? And I'm like, I don't know if I can go back and sub or not. I lose track of what the rule is. I don't know. And besides that, no, I don't want to. When I'm done with teaching and I'm done with children, I'm done. I don't want to go back and do it again in any capacity, except, maybe my grandkids in some capacity. But no, I don't want to go back and do it again. I want to find something totally, totally unrelated. Yeah, with no possibilities of throat punching anybody. No. No. Yep, totally unrelated. You know? Plants aren't going to give me a hard time. Plants aren't going to talk back. Plants aren't going to be defiant. You know? I can deal with plants all day long. They're not going to get on my nerves, right? So, yeah. It's just, and then, this year, of all years, my last year of teaching has to be a year that has looked at me and said, it's your last year. We know it's your last year. Guess what? We're going to give you everything that you can possibly think of. We're going to throw as much stuff at you as we can think of. Here, how about this? How about this? Try this one on for size. Seriously. Hi, Mickey Sunshine. Yeah. So, like, I've had different situations with students that I've never had before. And maybe someday I'll be able to tell you what those are. I can tell you that, I'll tell you this one because, well, maybe I can't. I don't know. Just stuff that I have in 22 years of teaching, I haven't had to deal with before. And they've happened this year. I'm like, okay. And then, of course, there's the thing with my mom and my mom having cancer. And that's really a challenge in and of itself. And now my husband's having his surgery. And I'm just like, the world's just laughing. I mean, it's just like, ha 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 ha. When I just wanted to come in and just kind of coast by and just be like, hey, it's my last year, everybody, and I'm just gonna, I'm here, I'm doing the best I can, and let's just have a fun year. Okay. That went out the window long, long time ago. Yeah, there you go, Jennifer. A victory lap. Victory. Yes. Oh, just wait until I'm done. I have all kinds of stories I can tell. All kinds. There you go. See? The only humans you want contact with. Hey, Mystical. Yeah, I'll deal with plants and chickens and whatever. Just, yeah. Something totally, totally relaxing, and I say it's brainless, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Wow. I'm glad you guys let me get that out because I don't get to really talk about it much, and I will in the future when I'm retired. I will do some whip and chats, and I will tell some stories when I'm well removed from it. I've got stories. Oh my goodness, do I have stories? So yeah, and I'll cut loose at some point. And at that point, what are they gonna do? Come sue me or something? What? What are you gonna do? Slander? I don't know. What? Goodness. But teaching, you definitely have stories. Education, you got stories. So, I mean, there's some funny stuff, some fun stuff, but eat that rooster. My husband and that rooster, I don't know. They got a special relationship. They got a thing. He was just telling me today, we were talking about that rooster today. And he's like, hey, I like him. We get along really good. And I'm like, good for you. Because, you know, him and I, He's like, yeah, he was going to follow me around the yard. And I'm like, better you than me. I don't want him following me. I'm afraid he'd peck my heels or something if he's following me. Him and I don't have a very good working relationship. We're gonna have to work on that. Give me the girls any day. Give me the girls. I like the girls. Oh goodness. So you know, as icky and crappy as it is here today, and vent away. Thank you, thank you. As icky, crappy, rainy, yucky as it is, oh my gosh, our ducks are insane. Ducks don't care. Okay, ducks just don't care. I told you I have a small pond in my all right. I will talk to you soon, Jennifer. Um I have a small pond in my driveway. I have another small pond in the front yard. Next to us is the farmer's field, and there's several small ponds in the farmer's field. When we came home from doing our errands this morning, we pull in and I look over in the farmer's field in the cow pasture and I'm like, what are our ducks doing? What are they doing over there? They had found a hole that had filled up with water in the cow pasture enough that they were almost swimming in it. And they're over there in the cow pasture just wallowing around in the water puddles. And I'm just like, ducks are crazy. That's all I got. Ducks are just, I mean, I could sit and watch those crazy ducks for hours. They are hysterical. I could tell you really weird things about ducks, like as far as how ducks procreate, and they have rituals. They have rituals. I'll just tell you. You can always tell when a duck's ready to, you know, take action. Let's just put it that way. There's a ritual that goes on, and it's interesting. Yeah. I just sit and watch them sometimes. I'm like, oh, wow, look what's going on there, honey. Look at the ducks. They're a hoot. I will say though, when we got all these ducks, ducks in a puddle. It's a big puddle though. That was a big puddle. There was a puddle. When we got them, they were all young. We knew they were young. They were just born like in the spring. And they weren't really laying eggs. So for a while, one was laying eggs. We would get one duck egg. Like every day, we would get one duck egg. After Bonnie, you know, disappeared, became somebody's dinner somewhere, we didn't get duck eggs. But then all of a sudden, we started getting one. Every day, one duck egg, one duck egg. And then one day, we got two duck eggs. And I was like, ooh, honey, production's stepping up. Now, ducks will not lay eggs until they are sexually mature and active, okay? And that's when they'll start laying eggs. Well, I knew that there were several of them that had reached that point because, you know, I could tell. And I was wondering how come we weren't getting more duck eggs. Well, then one day he went out and there were like 4. I'm like, oh, the duck eggs are coming. Yay, we're getting duck eggs. Oh, I love the ducks. The ducks are so much fun. Yeah. Are you telling Amber goodbye or are you telling us goodbye, Mickey? Who's leaving? Somebody's coming and going. Oh, Amber's leaving. Bye, Amber. Bye, Amber. Yeah. But now all of a sudden it's just like there's duck eggs everywhere. I mean, there's like 5 or 6 a day. I don't even know how many females we have, to be honest. I tried to count them the other day, and I don't know. I got to get a little closer. I can't really count from the pond from my house to the pond. I can't count them, but I have to get out in the coop one day and actually count how many females we have. But the egg production is up. Let me tell you what, it is up. So yeah. Anyhow, yeah, ducks are fun. So anyhow, and they're enjoying the weather. It doesn't matter. It just does not matter that it is cold and icy and icky out there. They don't care. They're having a blast. They're swimming around in the pond and in any puddle that they can find. So, yeah, it's cool. It's fun. I like them. That rooster, though, that rooster's another story. So, anyhow. Well, just think of all the fun stuff that we'll have to talk about when I retire. Just think about it. Wow. It'll be interesting. For sure. All right, so of anybody who is in here right now, who's going to do a Hannah Lynn painting with us? Who's going to paint some Hannah Lynn? And have you figured out what I'm going to paint yet? Anybody got that one figured out yet? Cheese. Ducks, cheese, and quackers? Okay. Okay. Okay, Dawn Marie, that's a yes. She's doing it. We have done both, Molly. We've done both. We have let some chicken eggs hatch. We definitely let some ducks hatch one time. That was fun. Little baby ducks. Oh my gosh, they're a hoot. Actually, we had some eggs hatch one time while we were on spring break. And my son was staying at our house. He was staying at our house and he was taking care of things and watching things and whatnot. And he calls me up and he's like, Mom, your eggs hatched. And I'm like, what? They hatched. I'm like, oh, okay. You can sell that. We do sell the eggs. Yeah, we sell them, Catherine. I'm like, they weren't supposed to hatch while we were gone, I don't think. And he's like, well, they did. There's 2 ducks out there. Oh, you're doing on Golden Shorts. That's one I need to get, Molly. Send it. You send that one my way. Hey, I got a deal for you. You do my Hannah Lynn and I'll do your Golden Shorts. How's that? Does that work? No, that probably doesn't work. Cheese. Cheese was the name of the duck. That's funny. Oh, cheese and then quacker. Okay. I got too many ducks to name now. I can't keep track of all of them. I can't name them. Oh, goodness. Nope. Molly's like, nope. So anyhow, the baby ducks that were born while we were on spring break. And then he says, but there's something wrong with one of them. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's got this weird thing on its neck and it's like bleeding and it's got like this weird growth on its neck and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, okay, settle down. Listen, do this. First of all, go take the baby ducks. Get them out. He's like, what? I said, yeah, go get the baby ducks out of the coop. Get them out of the nest box. Get them out of there. Bring them in the house. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Take them away from the mom. Bring them in. Okay. I said, now, get this crate, this cage, and put it in this cage. Tell me what's wrong with its neck. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. And he started to explain to it. And it seemed like the duck had some weird injury on its neck. Like maybe it got stepped on. Maybe its neck got scraped or something weird happened to it. And it had some big sore on its neck. And I'm like, just take it inside. Put it in this crate. There were 2 of them. Put them inside, do this, do that. And he kind of played doctor to the baby ducks for a few days, anyhow, until we got home from spring break. Now, we named that duck Spaz. I don't know why we named it Spaz. He acted like a spaz. I don't know, something. He was Spaz. And he developed this weird growth on the side of his neck. And it was always there. And you could always tell who he was. Because he had this weird extra flap of skin on his neck. It healed up just fine, but he just had an extra flap on his neck, and that was Spaz. We had Spaz for a long time, but it was funny. My son was just freaking out. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I was like, it's fine. You'll be fine. All right, so Abra's going to watch from the sidelines. Okay. Get a baby book. You know, my chickens, I used to always name the chickens. And we actually, so many of them look similar. We put little leg bands around their legs with different colors so you could keep track of, which ones were which. But there are so many ducks now. There's 15 ducks out there. And like 3 of the boys look exactly the same. I mean, I'd have to leg band them and put a different color on each one and then keep a chart like blue leg band is Tony and the red leg band is Joe and I don't know. I used to name them. I just kind of stopped doing it after a while. Oh goodness. How many dogs do I have? I have 2 miniature dachshunds and they're 9. Oh. So, yeah. My Onyx. Onyx was 15. Right around Halloween. Just this Halloween. As a matter of fact, you guys, I gotta tell you, today I looked out at that pond because the pond is full of water and it's really overflowing its banks. And I looked at that pond today and I went, yep, I cried. I looked at the pond and I cried. Yep. So it just doesn't go away. Just doesn't go away. It doesn't get any easier. 19. Wow, that's old. I thought Onyx was old at 15 and like 15 and a half. Wow. Thanks, Pippa. That pond, I don't know. I love that pond and now it's become this thing. I have to find the love of the pond again, So I will. Just some days it still makes me cry. So it's hard. But man, 19, that's old for any dog. Wow. You were blessed. They were blessed. Everybody was blessed. Thank you, Molly. So miniature dachshunds, they're under 10 pounds. So they're small. A standard dachshund, so like the miniatures are maybe about a foot long. And they're, like I said, they're under 10 pounds. I don't know if all miniature dachshunds are. That's just mine are 9 something. A standard dachshund is going to be more like, a foot and a half to, 2 feet. Not 2. 2 feet would be too long. Foot and a half probably long. And they're a bigger bodied dog, so they're probably going to be 15 pounds or between 15 and 20. So, yeah. But mine are minis. They're minis. Growing up as a kid, we had standard sized dachshunds. We had, I'm not sure the name you call it. I call them Red. I think it has a different name officially. Sable, Red, I don't know. That's the first one we had was a red one. And then we got Black and Tan. That was Heidi. And then Heidi had babies. And she had my baby boy, George. And it's so funny, you guys. Oh my gosh. I will never probably show you these pictures because they are just disgusting. But no, it doesn't get easier. They do. They take a great big piece, don't they? So when I had George, I was young. I was in my teens and whatnot when I had George. And I would lay on the floor and watch TV. So I would lay on my stomach on the floor and I'd watch TV in our family room. And George would come and he'd lay on my legs, He'd lay on my legs and he'd rest his head up on my butt. And we would watch TV like that for, a long time. At Christmas time, oh my goodness, This Christmas, I laid down on the floor with my granddaughter, and we had a sticker book, a farm sticker book of all things, right? And I was helping her put these stickers in this sticker book. And Toffee climbed up on my legs, climbed up on my butt, and oh my gosh, she laid there and just hunkered down, just like George used to do. So, of course, people took pictures of that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is my butt. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Not very pretty. Just saying, not very pretty. Those will have to stay private, but man, it was so funny that she did that. She's never done that before. Um, and it just reminded me of George, because George would always do that. And here she was, just all hunkered down there, just as cozy as could be, putting her head right on my butt. And I was just like, oh Lord, those pictures are horrid, but they're funny, but horrid. Anyhow. Double Dapple Minis. I want a long-haired red. I want a long-haired red Dapple in the worst way. So, Sharon, mine are brindle. They're brindle. I've never seen brindles before, but they're brindle. They're pretty cool. All right, you guys, it is 9 o'clock, and you know what time it is. That means it's time for me to go, because I have talked for 2 hours. So, anyhow, yes. I want one. So maybe someday I'll get my long-haired red. Yeah. Yes, they're so pretty. Anyhow. So it is time for me to get off. My husband has made a fire in the fireplace. I can smell the smoke. He's going to make some popcorn, and we're going to watch some TV. So I got a lot done on this diamond painting. Look, I got a lot of this. The AB is done. I just have a few more of these little, whatever they are, teardroppy looking things to do the ABs on right here. It's going to be really pretty. Wow. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go. Good night, Abra. Thank you, Molly. Thanks for coming, you guys. As always, it was fun. It is so much fun when you guys chit chat and gives me something to talk about. Oh, Elizabeth, I know. It's sad. Anyhow, thanks for coming, you guys. And stay tuned for all those fun things that are coming up that I'm going to start working on. And, participate in what you can. And, follow along with the stuff you're not participating in. So whatever you're going to do. All right. I keep wanting to turn off this video over here at my computer. And then I remember, oh, that's right. I'm not using the computer. I'm using my phone. I got to go over there and turn it off. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for coming and watching. And you'll see me in the next video. So I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.